Henry Cavill just went from being on the small and big screen to having an uncertain future. With him no longer returning as Superman, Marvel fans think they know what role would be perfect for him. In this video, we're going to take a look at the possibility of Henry Cavill as the next Wolverine. Of course, after Hugh Jackman retires, so let's get right into it. First up, Marvel fans want Henry Cavill to be the next Wolverine. Henry Cavill has officially cut ties with the DC Universe, leaving the door open for a new actor to take on the role of Superman. Since then, there's been a ton of rumors going around that the actor might just join the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and as none other than Wolverine. It's fair to say that Hugh Jackman is perfect as Wolverine, and it would be a very tough ask for anyone to replace him if he ever retires from the role. But Henry Cavill could be a great successor because of his strong physique and acting capabilities. He has already proven his ability to play a superhero in the past, and he could certainly adapt to Wolverine's grumpy and brooding persona. Henry Cavill has just been incredible as Superman, and he'll probably be remembered for it for a long time. But Marvel fans think he could possibly be an even better Wolverine. Many Marvel characters are open for him to portray, and based on his performance in Superman, people believe he could do justice to the role of Wolverine. Moving on, could Henry Cavill come to the MCU as a different superhero? Henry Cavill could make a great fit for Brian Braddock, better known as Captain Britain. As an incredibly powerful superhero with ties to Marvel magic and the multi-universe, Captain Britain is strong, fast, and can even fly. Plus, his powers rely on maintaining a certain level of self-confidence, a trait that Cavill could bring to life in the MCU with his acting skills and charisma. He would be able to explore new creative possibilities for his performance outside of Superman's idealistic personality and use what was wasted potential in Superman, putting it to good use in the fully established cinematic universe. It's almost as if Henry Cavill was born to play Captain Britain. He has a history of portraying characters that share similar qualities with Brian Braddock, the pretentious but honorable Charles Brandon in The Tudors, the heroic warrior Theseus in Immortals, and they put together Agent Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Plus, he's already perfected the persona of two pop culture's most iconic superheroes, Superman and Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher, who could be melded together to create the ultimate Captain Britain. It's no wonder that Henry Cavill has expressed interest in playing Brian Braddock, since it's basically the perfect role for him. Not to mention, it's the perfect time for Captain Britain. With Henry Cavill no longer playing the role of Superman, he now has a unique opportunity to become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His potential successor, Captain Britain, is set to play an important role in the MCU's multiverse saga, and Cavill could be just the actor to breathe life into this character. After his exit from the DC Extended Universe and his role in The Witcher, Cavill has the time to make a memorable debut as Captain Britain across various movies and Disney Plus appearances. Henry Cavill could be the perfect choice for a superhero role for Phase 5 or 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After all, who better to untangle the confusing rules of the MCU's multiverse than Captain Britain? He not only helped solidify the concept of the multiverse in Marvel Comics with his introduction of the Daredevils number 6, but he's also the founder of the mutant team Excalibur, and his sister Betsy is X-Men Psylocke. So Cavill could bring a multiversal understanding as well as a connection to mutants in the MCU in time for Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. Coming up, Hugh Jackman isn't done as Wolverine just yet. Although everyone wants to see Henry Cavill debut as Wolverine, Hugh Jackman isn't done just yet. After a nearly 2-decade-long run as the X-Men superhero Wolverine, Hugh Jackman is finally returning to the franchise in Deadpool 3 alongside Ryan Reynolds. It's no secret that Deadpool has been a fan favorite for years, and his popularity was instrumental in Marvel Studios' decision to move forward with plans for an R-rated installment that takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Speculation of Hugh Jackman returning to the role of Wolverine after Logan has been around for a while, and Ryan Reynolds hasn't exactly hidden his desire to have him back on the screen. They did appear together in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but unfortunately Wade Wilson's mouth was sewn shut, which made it pretty boring. Still, there's still some hope that Deadpool and Wolverine could cross paths again in the future, with Reynolds previously confirming that was the plan for Deadpool 3 before Disney's takeover of Fox. But it's official, Wolvie will be back. Ryan Reynolds once posted a video revealing that Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. The video shows Ryan joking around in character as Deadpool, struggling to brainstorm ideas for the movie before finally settling on bringing Wolverine into the mix. Fans of the series were over the moon at this news and are eagerly awaiting the movie's release on September 6, 2024. Moving on, is Marvel going to introduce a Black Superman? The Marvel Cinematic Universe is continuing to expand, with Phase 5 marking the official start of the rebuild and new heroes entering the scene. Recently, a Marvel Studios executive revealed he'd like to see Blue Marvel become a part of the MCU in the future, so it looks like we could be seeing the blue-skinned hero on the silver screen soon. Blue Marvel is the closest thing that Marvel has to Superman, with nearly unlimited power and a strong sense of justice. Blue Marvel could give even Kang and Conqueror a run for his money. Superman is the reason Marvel has never been able to catch up to DC, but they've got their very own superhero to take him on, Blue Marvel. Adam Brashear, aka Blue Marvel, is a genius from Chicago and a remarkable man in many ways. He was accepted into Cornell at an early age, started as a college football player, and went on to earn his PhD. After serving in the Korean War, he wanted to continue researching antimatter, but an unfortunate reactor explosion left him with incredible powers, super strength, invincibility, and cosmic awareness. As the MC moves into its cosmic phase, fans are wondering whether this superhero could make an appearance at some point in the future. The VP of Production and Development at Marvel Studios, Nate Moore, recently said they wanted to see Blue Marvel appear in the MCU. Following up, where could this new Superman appear in the MCU? The upcoming Disney Plus series The Marvels looks set to feature Monica Rambeau as a major hero, and Blue Marvel could easily make an appearance alongside her. After all, he has a lot of respect for her in the comics, plus his antimatter powers would be incredibly useful when it comes to supporting her in a fight. Plus, with Marvel Studios already exploring Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they're clearly willing to delve into older comic storylines. So if Blue Marvel does join the MCU, it'll be interesting to find out where he fits into his renewed take on the universe. Next, why did Henry Cavill leave DC? Cavill's Superman was absent from the big screen for years after Justice League and the Snyder Cut were released in 2017 and 2021. While he did have a brief appearance in Shazam, Cavill wasn't available to actually film the scene, so we just got to see a headless version of the iconic superhero who was probably just a body double. But then the post-credit scene of Black Adam finally saw Cavill's Superman return to face off with Johnson's anti-hero. It was reported that Henry Cavill's Superman would be back in the DCU on a permanent basis, but not too long after this announcement, Cavill's cameo appearance in Ezra Miller's The Flash movie was scrapped, which may be a sign of things to come. After James Gunn and Walter Safran were hired as the new heads of DC Studios, Cavill left the company, with rumors of a younger Superman movie in the works. It seems like a big shakeup is in store for the DCU, since recent reports indicate that a reboot of some kind is likely to happen over the next year or so. This could explain why we haven't seen any announcements about Wonder Woman 3 and why Aquaman 2 will be Jason Momoa's last foray into the DCU. Whether the current DCU will get any kind of proper send-off or simply be replaced by something new is still a bit of a mystery, but hopefully we'll start to get some solid answers in the next couple of months. Finally, what's next for DC Superman now that Cavill's gone? It looks like Henry Cavill is done playing Superman for the DCU, but don't worry, there are plenty of other exciting adventures in store for the last son of Krypton. Director James Gunn has revealed he's working on a new movie based on Superman, which will focus on Clark Kent during an earlier part of his life. rather than the origin story we've seen before. And what's left to figure out is who will direct the project, whether it'll be Gunn himself or somebody else entirely. It looks like the CW's Arrowverse still isn't ready to say goodbye to Superman and Lois just yet. The TV series is set to return for its third season on Tuesday, March 14th, and after that, the network will be launching Gotham Knights. It's exciting news, but it does make us wonder if this will be the show's last season. It's unclear what the future holds for the Arrowverse on the CW right now, so we'll have to wait and see. Of course, that's not all when it comes to Superman-related projects. Michael B. Jordan is currently working on Valzad for HBO Max, which he will produce himself. That's a wrap for today's video. Do you think Henry Cavill will make a good Wolverine? Please let us know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.